Belivetv, the people who help you go live. And this is live video streaming, advice and troubleshooting. Now, I am, for the technically minded, using Minicam and I'm recording direct to drive. I'm not live broadcasting because I want a high definition video at the end of this which I can repurpose. Now, what I'd like to look at is several things which affect your broadcast. And the first of those is broadband speed. That's the speed at which you upload to the internet. It's the critical speed. If you want to go to speedtest.net, you can try out yours. Now, I'm not quoting any figures from anybody. This is my own experience. You need a minimum of 1.5 going up. If you've got less than that, you can do it. I know that Belivetv manages to do broadcasts with less than that, but ideally you should have over 1.5. Now, the other thing about this is that whilst you're broadcasting, you've got your tablet on, you've got your phone on, you're watching a Netflix movie. Now, you know where I'm going with this. Basically, the situation is that other people may well be using your bandwidth while you're broadcasting, and their activities may impact upon your upload speed. So your partner, your children, anybody who's in the house, if you're broadcasting from home, will affect the broadcast. If possible, try and use a preset time that everybody knows about and ask them if they can just sort of go internet free for 30 minutes or the length of your broadcast. Because if you've got a shared internet connection with other people in the building, then that's going to impact on what you can actually achieve. So broadband speed is the first key. The second key is totally in your control. Now, when I'm broadcasting, or when you're broadcasting, it's quite possible that you, like me, attempted to have the broadcast page open and the Facebook page, and I always go to the Facebook page to check that we've actually gone live. I've no need to, it's just a matter of routine. You don't need the Facebook page open. You don't need to see a live broadcast on Facebook. First of all, there's a time lag between the Facebook page and you, and if you had the sound on, that's one way to guaranteed way to drive yourself crazy, because there would be a lag between what you're saying and what you're hearing. And the other thing is, it is taking up resources from your computer and from your broadband as well, because if you're downloading, then watching the video. So I now, having learned over the last couple of years, now have two tabs open. One is the page I'm broadcasting from, and the other tab I have open is Messenger. I don't have a second copy of Chrome running. I don't have any other tabs open. I don't need them. I'm concentrating on the broadcast. So my suggestion to you is that you only have two tabs open when you're broadcasting. Now, the next thing is key. When you're broadcasting, what's happening is that the system sensors and it all broadcasts the change in signal. If you go moving about the screen, then, sorry about that, basically you're actually increasing the toll on your processor and on your internet connection. So I don't want you to keep rigid in your chair, but you could, with practice, do less moving about. And that's good for you. And it's also good for your audience as well, because if you look at the camera and you're concentrating on looking at the camera, then you get a better quality broadcast and you're actually reaching out to your audience and they're not being distracted by your movements. And slight movements like looking at your script, no problem at all. But don't dance while you're on live video, unless it's a dancing show, of course. If when you're broadcasting your video freezes, then it means there's been a problem with your connection. The best way to solve this is just simply to refresh. Even if you're host of the show, you can refresh your screen and you can come back and the broadcast will continue. The broadcast is not you. The broadcast is separate. You can go out of the broadcast and come back in. And your guests can do the same. If their video freezes, ask them to refresh. That establishes a new connection and hopefully will get rid of the problem in the majority of cases. In fact, 99% of cases, but don't quote me on any figures. And finally, I had a guest last week who was using the inbuilt microphone on his Mac, and it could have been an inbuilt microphone on a Windows machine as well. And the quality of the sound was just not broadcast quality. You really do need to have an external microphone If you've got an external microphone, then the quality of the sound is good and you don't get any syncing problems. You get fewer syncing problems with the sound and the video. So I urge you to look at external microphones for yourself and your guests. They're only about $20–25, and that means that you get reasonable quality sound straight away. And if you're doing a checklist for your guests, include these 5 items on the list of things that you ask them. So this has been Stephen from Belivetv in Wiltshire in England. I do have, it's that way, live streaming courses on Udemy and Skillshare if you'd like to check them out. I will be back with more tips. We're back later today, 12 PM Eastern, with the Belivetv show, talk show with myself and Tina. And we've got shows every day of the week. If you check out our Belivetv page, you'll see us going live around about 12 PM Eastern, apart from Wednesdays when Adair broadcasts from Adelaide in Australia. And it's slightly earlier than that, but you can catch the replay. Now we're here to help you. Any questions you have about live broadcasting, then please get in touch with us. Belivetv, and you'll find us, and you can ask questions and we'll help you to go live. So enjoy broadcasting, and I'll see you all again soon.